Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So if you guys watched my last disc replay Blu-ray haul, you'll remember in there I talked about the fact that I had a whole bunch of 4K movies that I picked up recently from disc replay as well. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Not only are there, I believe, 9 4K movies, but there's also a complete television series on DVD that I'm going to share with you guys. And this haul is kind of ridiculous when I talk about the prices on these things. Before we get into that though, let me show my shirt. So this thing I think is awesome. Let me move my microphone. But like, I love this shirt. I think it is so cool. And I found this from, where was it? Hot Topic. That's where it was. So let me get this microphone back on here. That took longer than I expected to get this in the right spot, so I don't remember where I left off. But anyway, Hot Topic is where I got this shirt, and I love it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. But anyway, let's just do this after all that time wasting. If you guys have a second though before we jump in, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my disc replay 4K movie haul. So I'll start with the TV series I found, and the price on this was really good. I won't name the price on everything because frankly I don't remember it all, but for some of the ones I do remember, I will share, and I believe this was $10. So this is Hey Arnold, the complete series. So it is all 99 episodes on 16 DVDs. I absolutely love Hey Arnold. This was my time for Nickelodeon. Like Hey Arnold, you know, Rocko's Modern Life, Our Real Monsters, like all of those shows. That's when I was watching Nickelodeon and I love them. So the fact that I was able to find the complete series for $10, there was no doubt that it was coming home with me. So yeah, very excited to have this in the collection. You can see, well, they both look identical, but yeah, so you can see on the back there, just the different discs. So 1 through 8 and then 9 through 16. But like, what a really cool find, especially for the price. You can't beat that. $10 for this. So yeah, I love this series and I'm so very happy to have this one in the collection. So Hey Arnold, the complete series is the only TV series I found recently. So now let's jump over to all those 4K movies. Before we get into the 4Ks, let me start with a story. I don't know why I have stories to tell today, but anyway, so today was a day where I purged a bunch of items from my collection. I ended up donating like 6 or 7 boxes of books to the thrift store. I ended up selling a giant box of comics to my local comic book store. And then I took in I took a bag to my local used bookstore as well to get some credit. But anyway, then I took 2 big boxes filled with DVDs to disc replay. And then I left them there, and then I get a phone call maybe a couple hours later, and they said, hey, we're ready to give you a quote. Just so you know, we've recently changed how much we're giving per DVD. So now they're only giving 10 cents per DVD. And so out of these 2 giant boxes filled with movies, I got a whopping like $23 in store credit. If I would have taken these in there a month ago, I would have gotten probably 4 times that. No joke. Easily would have gotten at least 4 times that. So that was super disappointing today. But regardless, these are just movies I didn't need. They were duplicates for the most part. So I said, just take them. Like, it doesn't matter. It's that or, donate them really. So anyway, I tell that story because as I checked out with my got my credit, I was walking out and then I saw the cart, which you guys know if you watch the channel, the cart is my favorite thing in disc replay because it is where they put movies or video games or whatever before they go out on the shelf. And so I happened to be looking through there. It was super busy today. Like the cart was super packed and just a complete mess. But I'm so glad I looked because the first 4 I'm going to show you, I found from that cart. And so I went and then I spent the credit. So I only spent like $1 out of pocket for all 4 of these first ones. And the prices are ridiculous. So I kept them on here. So the first one is a Disney movie. This is Zootopia. You can see I spent $4.99. Now I say I spent, but it's store credit, so it doesn't really count. But either way, this was only $5 on Blu-ray, which is or on 4K, which is amazing. So no slipcover on this one, which is a little bit disappointing, but I don't care. For $5, like that is a really good deal. So first one here is Zootopia. This one is, I've seen parts of this, not the whole thing, but from what I've seen of it, it was hilarious. And so I was really happy to add this one to the collection. Not an upgrade for me. Don't own this one at all. So that was really cool. I'll keep going through these first 4 here because they'll have price stickers on them. The next one here is Looper. Another one, not an upgrade for me. For whatever reason, I never owned this on Blu-ray. I have seen this movie before though, and what I'm thinking is that I rented it when I worked at Family Video. I think I must have borrowed it at that point to watch it, but I really enjoy this movie, and I was going to pick up this 4K when it came out, but I never ended up getting around to it. So unfortunately, there is no slipcover with this one, which I know from watching other channels that the slipcover on this can be difficult to find, so it sucks that it wasn't included here. But again, this was $5, like $5 for Looper on 4K. That is like, you know, 25% of what I would have paid in Best Buy. So yeah, great movie. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Like, he's just fantastic. Of course, Bruce Willis, Emily Blunt. But yeah, great film. Very happy to add this to my collection. And like I said, one I didn't own previously. Spent $5. Absurd. So now I broke the bank on this one. I paid a whopping $7.99 for this 4K, but it's another from the MCU that I didn't have. This is Black Widow. So this is one that I have not yet seen because I'm not caught up on the MCU, as I tell you guys that all the time. But yeah, this was actually $12.99 when I was at the same disc replay like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I almost picked it up then, but I'm really glad I didn't, because today the brand new one they brought in is only $7.99. So really good deal. Again, ScarJo, what's not to love? I love Scarlett Johansson, one of my favorites. So yeah, Black Widow is now in the collection for $8. And then last but not least of the ones I found today, and this one I was blown away when I saw this, and the price on it, $5.99, less than $6 for a brand new 4K release that came out as of filming last week, if I'm not mistaken. This is Lightyear. Like, I was so shocked to see this, and it does have the slipcover. So like, yeah, I am super excited for this one. This is one, like, I love the Toy Story film, so I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this a little bit at least. If not, my daughter will for sure. So yeah, very happy to have this. This was one, like, the case on this was, yeah, like a very tiny little bit. The case is messed up, but like, who cares? Like, this is really just a great find. I guarantee you this is one of those fell off the truck items that somebody traded in, but hey, it worked out in my benefit, so it is what it is. So yeah, $5.99. So those four I paid virtually nothing for because I had my trade credit, and like, that was a ridiculous stack of movies there for so cheap. Even if I were to have paid, it was $25, so you can't beat that on 4K. So yeah, very excited for Lightyear, and yeah, those are the four I used with my trade credit. Everything else I actually bought outright, so let's move on to those next. I don't remember all of these necessarily exactly what I paid for them, but I will mention again, like, it was super low. I don't know, their pricing on their 4K movies makes absolutely no sense to me, because you'll find one that's like worth nothing, like if you were to buy it on eBay or something, but it's marked up to like $20, whereas some of them, which would go for a good amount online, are like $5. So I don't know, I have no idea, but either way, this was another one that was on my cheap 4Ks to find list. This is Bad Times at the El Royale. I have heard incredible things about this movie from multiple Blue-tubers here on YouTube. Jeff Bridges is in this one, and Dakota Johnson, who I really enjoy, Chris Hemsworth, like a really good cast on this. So excited to see what this one is all about. I want to say this is like a thriller of sorts. Yeah, gripping suspense and startling revelation. So I don't know too much about it, but that's intentional. I don't want to know a lot because I've heard that it's one of those movies that you should know as little about going in as possible. And I've heard the 4K on this is excellent. So was super excited to find this one. I want to say this was like $6.99, which again, a really good price. So next one up here is Bad Times at the El Royale. Another one, more recent release here, and this is one that I never ended up picking up when it came out because, like I said, I'm not caught up on the MCU, but for the like $7.99, I believe this was, SpiderMan No Way Home is absolutely going into the collection, and it does have the slipcover with it, which is awesome. Now, unfortunately, it's not the Walmart exclusive, which has like the best slipcover. Was that a steelbook? And I think it was a slipcover edition, but it's beautiful. Unfortunately, it's not that. But if I really wanted it, I should have just put out the money and bought it. So I don't really care. I'm just happy to have this in the collection. Again, for super, super cheap. So yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home, supposed to be one of the best in the Spider-Man films and just in general when it comes to the superhero genre. So excited to finally get around to Spider-Man No Way Home. Another Marvel movie with like the coolest lenticular cover I've seen in a long time. This is Morbius, which I've heard just dreadful things about, so there's that, but I can't get over it. I love this slipcover, and I was so happy it came with it. Another one, this was, I believe, $9.99 if I'm not mistaken, and so yeah, another just newer release on 4K, which is really cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I think John actually watched this one recently from PlatX2, and he said he liked it. So yeah, excited to get around to this and see what I think about it, because I know it is incredibly divisive, but hey, I like a lot of things that other people don't. So hopefully this will be one of them. We shall see. But yeah, really cool lenticular on this. This is Morbius with Jared Leto. I think I said Jared Leto wrong. Jared Leto? Jared Leto? Whatever. Let me know what it is down below. But anyway, next up is another one that is relatively new. This is Uncharted with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Of course, based on the PlayStation video game. And I've actually not played... That's not true. I have played maybe 30 minutes of the original Uncharted, but I never went back to it. I have like the whole collection on PS4, so I do plan on playing it at some point, but maybe I'll watch this and then that'll make me want to play the games. But I'm going to guess that not knowing the video games is probably a benefit for me when it comes to the movie, because I've heard, again, just mixed things about this one. Most of the time it's people that love the game, they don't love the movie, but people that don't know the game have a good time with the film. So I'll probably watch the movie first, but yeah, very excited to add Uncharted to the collection. Another one that I believe was $9.99. So yeah, just a really great price on this with the slipcover as well, which is a plus. Last but not least today is, without a doubt, one of the best disc replay finds I have had in maybe ever, but at least a very long time. The price on this, absurdly low. I actually took a picture of it so I could like have proof of the low price. This was $7.99, and this just came out maybe a few weeks ago. Not even a month ago, I don't think, from Scream Factory on 4K. I now have Child's Play in the collection for $8. Like, that is so ridiculous. When this came up, I like sent my buddy a text. I was like, is this right? Like, this is insane. And so yeah, Child's Play, 4K, super excited to add this to the collection. I've actually had all three of them in my Amazon cart, contemplating whether I wanted to spend the $100 that it would basically be to get all three, or just wait on them. I am so glad I waited a little bit, because here it is, Child's Play. It does have the slipcover, which is fantastic. As you can see, this is ripped a tiny little bit. I mean, who cares? I can't even complain. I feel like an idiot even pointing it out. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm so excited. All of them are in here. And then, let's see. Mine does have a little bit of grease. Greasegate 20... What is this year? 2022 has a very little bit. I already checked just to see, because everyone's talking about the grease on these 4K Scream Factory releases. So mine is not bad, but yeah, like, what an amazing find. So lucky. And this one actually wasn't even in the cart. This was one that I found on the shelf and was just so shocked that I saw it there. So yeah, somebody dropped the ball on this, whether it was pricing it or just trading it in, because they marked this for $8. That means the person that just bought this for $30, presumably, probably got about $2.50 for it. So, I mean, yeah, whatever. I'm happy. It benefited me, so I'm not complaining. I am just thrilled that I was able to find the Scream Factory edition of Child's Play on 4K for $8. So, yeah, can't beat that. So that one is going to wrap up all of my recent 4K finds from Disc Replay. All right, so there they are, all my 4K and an amazing TV series for super low prices here. Like, I know I got out of talking about how much I paid for things a while ago, because who cares, really? But when it's this low, it's just like, I have to share it with you guys, because you never know. If you have a disc replay near you, check them out. You might get lucky. If you have other used media stores, just check them out, support them, and you might get awesome finds like this as well. So when it comes to like super low things like that, where I can remember the price, I have to share it with you guys. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below, what of this stack have you seen and what do you love? What do you not like as much? Is Morbius as bad as everyone says it is? Let me know what your thoughts are on that and anything else down in the comments below. But super excited about this stack of movies here. Cannot wait to get around to watching these. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today. So if you did enjoy this one, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.